And welcome to another Wednesday here at Business Party Podcast. We have a few things to talk about. There was a whole bunch of fucking little bit of news that happened throughout the week. We got a full telegram happening. How's everybody doing? Oh,
Mhm.
what's happening? What's up, Lone Star?
Hey.
What's up, Jennifer?
What up? What up? What up?
Hey, Jennifer. Long time no see, girl.
Tweaked. What is up?
Shut the fuck up, Tweak.
What's up, Rich?
Man. I almost slept through this. I almost slept through this one too. I'm not gonna
Davey, the
lie.
eternal zombie right now.
Oh man, this child is reckless. Listen, I've literally looked in the baby's face and went, I can't wait till you have to change my diapers one day.
And then she just went and lay and just left you as big stinky.
Listen, I would have loved if she left me a big stinky, but this baby does not want to shit for nothing. And it's
Yeah, that's a big problem too.
yeah, she just doesn't want to shit for nothing. And she's just like, and then she gets mad. Rogan and Trump this Friday, all channels. Yep.
Yeah,
This Friday. I cannot wait, dude. I mean,
that's going to be interesting.
it's so funny.
Yes.
It's so funny to watch the news like go crazy because they're like, "Oh, Donald Trump, he's canceled like 9 things," and it's just like, but he's been on 37.
Right. What does it come? Is it still live? Like live done?
What, Rogan?
Yeah.
I think so. I think Rogan does his live, but I
Yeah,
think
'cause
you have
I'm
to.
not sure, or is it like taped and then put out like live to tape or whatever?
I don't even know.
Yeah, because I think it'll be on YouTube. It should be, but either way, it'll be out on Friday. We'll figure it out, but we're gonna have it on here, so that instead of like Memedom Kingdom, I guess we'll just still call it Memedom Kingdom, but it's gonna be us watching Rogan and Trump and kind of talking about it, whatever. We're gonna see how long that is, and it's also gonna be on off label, and I think we're gonna have it on the Stupids Play. I think not sure exactly what all YouTubes and Rumbles and stuff yet, but if you're subscribed to them, you'll see them. Yeah. So yeah.
I can't wait.
And I'm hopefully going to be able to join you guys on Friday for Memedom Kingdom.
Hell yeah.
Rogan
Good.
Trump extraordinaire. So, yes.
I'm hoping I'll be awake.
That'll be awesome.
As Tweak said, set a fucking alarm, man.
Listen,
Yeah, right.
I do and I try. It's just like I've been up since shit.
Yeah, that is true. We get 8 slots to fill in StreamYard, so yeah, we'll be good fill in wherever.
I try to set an alarm, but I'm one of those like deep sleepers. Like I could stay up for 24 to 48 hours, right? But once I'm asleep, I'm asleep. Like I wish like Amanda can do it. Amanda can and sleep for like an hour or two, wake up, hour or two, wake up, hour or two, wake up. I can't. And I wish I had that fucking power to just wake up, and but I don't. Like I almost slept through this one again tonight. Like so, it's like, oh wait, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She goes back to work on Tuesday.
You guys got this.
I
Got
know.
it.
I know.
It's the beginning.
I
It
know.
only gets worse from here. No, it's kidding.
Yeah. Don't worry, my friend. It only gets worse.
Well, I mean, she was telling me to like. She's like, yeah. When the baby wakes up and looks in your face, does she smile? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't notice these like social
He's still got
cues enough.
crusties in his eyes. He can't see shit.
I don't know these social cues. Like Amanda did it. By the way, we celebrated our 1-year anniversary the other day, and it was so weird because, well, we went back to the same place where we met, right? So it was 1 year, and we met at this pool hall. So we went back to the pool hall for our 1-year anniversary, and I was telling the waitress, I go, yeah. It's my wife's birthday. It's our 1-year anniversary. It's the first time we've been out since we had a 2-month-old. And then I was doing the math.
Like, I'm just happy to be around people.
Like, and I was just like, I was like, and I did the math. I'm like, wait a minute, like, 12 months in a year, 2 months old. We didn't even fucking wait a month and a half to have.
Listen,
But
when you know, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I told it today, like, because she's going through it, and I feel real bad for it. Like, I know I'm going through it, but I couldn't imagine like what she's going through, and I
It's the
told her
pits.
today, huh?
It's the pits.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine, and I said to her, I go, listen, I'm so lucky to have you, and just to remind her like how how great. So that way she just doesn't fucking try to light me on fire like Art the Clown.
Oh,
Oh
good
man.
Lord. We'll be
But
praying for you.
yeah,
Safety.
please.
Wear the fire retardant pajamas, I guess.
Fire retarded pajamas.
They have them. All baby. Did you know all babies' pajamas are fire retardant?
Are they really?
Yes.
I think
Oh,
that's
no shit.
that's because of years of baby pajamas being flammable as fuck.
Yes. Well, I mean, I do have one pair for
Oh
my
man.
kid that it's like, this is not fire retardant. I was like, I
That
know
would have been
it's
perfect
super
for your like
smooth.
babies being flammable as fuck, and it just stopped and be like inappropriate times. Speaking of lighting shit on fire, Tulsi Gabbard just lit a whole bunch of shit on fire with saying that she's joining the Republican Party.
Dude.
So I bet a lot of people are. I haven't seen anybody like talking shit yet, but it's. I don't think Trump expected it. But let's go ahead and play some of this.
And it is because of my love for our country, and specifically because of the leadership that President Trump has brought to transform the Republican Party and bring it back to the party of the people and the party of peace, that I'm proud to stand here with you today, President Trump, and announce that I'm joining the Republican Party.
It's so clear it looks fake. I'm sorry.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the picture.
It's like they almost look like they're on a green screen of people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm joining the party of the people, the party of equality, the party that was founded to fight against and end slavery in this country. It is the party of common sense and the party that is led by a president who has the courage and strength to fight for peace.
Nice. So that's
Dude.
cool. I didn't think that she would end up actually joining the party. I thought she would stay independent, to be honest. Like I think RFK is going to, but hey,
Mhm.
that's cool.
It's Go ahead.
No. It's so fucking weird. It's funny because you just see all these like man on the street interviews and stuff like that, where they talk about the Democrat Party and the Republican Party and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, well, the Republican Party is the party of millionaires and billionaires, and then you look and you see financing who is financing Joe Biden, who's financing Kamala Harris, and it's all millionaires and billionaires.
Yeah.
But they keep saying that the Republican Party is the party of millionaires and billionaires and not the people. And it's just like that's not the truth anymore.
No.
Unfortunately, that's not. It's
Mhm.
people are just stuck in the old ways of the way things are, and to see that Tulsi Gabbard and RFK are now joining Trump for this. And if you
Mhm.
still think that the Republican Party is for millionaires and billionaires, you're lying to yourself. You really are.
Mhm.
Like apparently, fortunately and unfortunately, the Republican Party is now the party of the people. It's the
Right.
party
Yeah.
of Trump is talking about no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and they're still running with Trump wants to take your overtime away, and it's like, but is he? Is he?
I don't get how they're saying he wants to take our overtime away when he's talking about doing away with taxes on overtime. That doesn't.
Because they're
Right.
still using that stupid playbook. I mean, listen, Democrats are great at putting out a talking point and having it just run because they have the media and but they're the first ones to go, the media is all for Trump. What
Mhm.
what media? Fox News barely.
And you
Yeah,
know what's so funny?
Newsmax.
I actually was telling my parents about that today. Like, I've actually heard that from an actual Democrat telling me, well, the news is for Trump. And I was like,
Where?
am I
Yeah,
in a different universe or something? Like, what is going on?
I
But you're right. Like, the Republican Party is now the party of the people. And when it comes to I in my own personal observations, what I've found is that in the richer, more she areas, that they're the ones that have the Kamala signs up.
Mhm.
Whereas
mhm.
and they're everywhere in like the rich neighborhoods. And when you get to like the not so rich neighborhoods, it's more Trump signs, and it's crazy to
Well,
see.
my neighbor has a sign that, you know, Harris Walls, Harry
Mhm.
Balls
Every
sign.
balls.
It's a Harry Balls sign, and then he
Yep.
has a sign that says "Veteran." I'm not a sucker or a loser, and I want to go up to him and just be like, Where does this come from? Like,
Right.
how did this come about? Like, how do you know that that's what? Where did you get that information? Like, because I have, where is it?
Because I was told it,
Well,
dude.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
but that's the thing. It's like it's one of those things where this is here it is right here.
This happened over the last 24 hours, arguably the October surprise that John Kelly and General Mattis are authoring.
Yeah, so I heard this overnight. So this is the Atlantic. It's Jeffrey Goldberg. And here's the headlines from the Atlantic. Trump, I need the kind of generals that Hitler had. And you can see the subtitle there, the Republican nominees' preoccupation with dictators. And it goes on. When I saw this, first, they talk about a meeting with the Guillen family.
This is
The
total
Guillen
bullshit.
tragically lost their sister, lost their daughter. She served our country honorably. And they characterize a meeting, one in which I was in. I was not in this December meeting they speak of, but a meeting with this family. And here's what the sister said about this story. Wow, I don't appreciate how you all are exploiting my sister's death for politics, hurtful, deceitful, the important changes she made for service members, and indeed she did. President Donald Trump did nothing but show respect to my family and Vanessa. I was in that July meeting. That was undoubtedly the case. But the reason my antennas went up last night when I saw the name Jeffrey Goldberg is because I was on a tarmac in September of 2020, and a story popped from him in the Atlantic, and it was the suckers and losers story we have all heard. Within hours, I was able to collect more than a dozen individuals, several who were firsthand sources saying that never happened. Zach Fuentes, who was an aide of John Kelly, came out and said that never happened. We found contemporaneous documents disputing the reporter who said Trump did not go to the cemetery, not because of a bad weather call. John Bolton's book disputes that. We found a contemporaneous document to dispute that. My point is, this is based on 4 anonymous sources, 2 weeks before an election,
100%.
disputed by
Mhm.
people on the record, and yet it led a CBS News broadcast. What a shame.
Did they
What a
include
shame.
your portion? Did they include?
No, they never reached out to me. I was in that first meeting.
It's like
Never-
they constantly have to push that he's Hitler narrative all the
Yeah.
time. They have to keep
Yeah.
pushing it and pushing it.
But not only that, like they keep saying he called veterans suckers and losers.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, no, the only person he called a fucking loser was John McCain, the war hawk,
right.
the guy who did nothing but want wars.
What
No,
was it?
and the one that he knew was one of the first people to have the Russian dossier, the
Yeah.
Steele dossier.
Yeah.
To,
Well, I think for the
so-
right, and I think for the suckers and losers thing, it was supposed to be one person that said that he overheard him saying that, and it was like 26 generals that came out and said he didn't say that. So
Yeah, but they
well,
keep
Trump also did say, "I like my soldiers not to get caught." So
yeah,
there was that.
Well,
if we're gonna play fair, play fair.
but he was
Yeah.
talking about John McCain though, because John
I
McCain was
know.
talking shit about him the entire time. John McCain was just
Yeah.
doing nothing but talking talking shit about him. So, not for nothing. What are you gonna do? What up,
What's
Rhonda?
up, Rhonda?
Like, what are you gonna do? Like, if somebody just keeps talking shit and talking shit and talking shit about you, I mean, even Ted Cruz was talking shit about you, and then he went off on Ted Cruz. Jeb Bush,
Yeah.
same thing.
Right.
So I'm sorry. Don't talk shit about somebody and not expect somebody to talk shit about you.
Yeah,
But
McCain was a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
and so but they keep running with it, and she keeps running with it, and I can't wait to see him on Rogan. I would love to see her on Rogan, but she would never. Like, I saw her the other day, and
That would be fucking hilarious.
dude, I saw her the other day, and she looks run down as fuck.
Oh yeah.
She was at one of her rallies or something like that, and she was like there
Dude,
for like
that Brett Baer
7 minutes.
that Brett Baer interview was hilarious. Like her trying to go into her usual like answers, and Brett Baer being like, "That wasn't where I stopped. Like I want to keep going so we get to what this question is going to be." And she was just like, "Well, and he's like, no."
Donald Trump's running for president for 4 years. Okay. And
it's funny watching that interview, and actually I've been noticing different things in other interviews. The way that she talks about different things is like she'll make a point and then she does this thing where she smiles, like trying to get whoever is with her to agree with what
To
she's
agree with
saying.
her, yeah. She's
And-
like, "Yeah."
And it's like looking for that approval. Like she'll be in the middle saying something and she'll be like,
Right, yeah.
waiting. And most of the time the people do like kind of, it's almost like she's trying to reassure herself and get people to reassure what she's saying.
Oh yeah,
Make it
absolutely.
right. So when Brett Baer didn't do that, it
that
kind
one
of
part
like put her
that
a
one
little off kilter.
that one part whenever she was like, "You know what I'm saying?" He was like, No,
Yes.
no.
no, bitch. I know
but
I don't."
She does that a lot, though. She does that, like, you know what I'm saying? And people are just like, yeah. Huh? What?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This was her on, what was this one? This was this NBC. Talk about your trans policies, Kamala. My policy is a policy, but what does that mean? Donald Trump is Hitler. And
On the question of your beliefs, what you believe in, let me ask you this question, very broadly speaking here.
Sure.
Do you believe that transgender Americans should have access to gender affirming care in this country?
I believe we should follow the law. I mean, I think you're probably pointing to the fact that Donald Trump's campaign has spent tens of millions of dollars.
They're trying to define you on this.
Yes,
I'm asking
yeah.
you to define yourself, though. Just broadly speaking, what is your value? Do you believe they should have that access?
I believe that people, as the law states, even on this issue about federal law, that is a decision that doctors will make in terms of what is medically necessary. I'm not going to put myself in the position of a doctor, but let's also understand that Donald Trump is running tens of millions of dollars in ads to talk about two cases, to distract from the fact that his policy and plan is also to take away the Affordable Care Act, which provides health care for tens of millions of people in our country. That his plan is to undo the $35 a month cap on insulin that
he did.
impacts millions of seniors
right.
in our country. That his plan is to do away with the $2,000 cap on prescription medication, the annual cap.
Which he
That
did.
his plan is to get rid of the Department of Education,
Good.
which would mean getting rid of Head Start.
Mhm.
That his plan is to give tax cuts to billionaires and big corporations and on the backs of middle-class working people. So let's not get distracted by the issues that, to your point from the introductory point you raised, people want to know that their president has a plan to make their life better. And that includes bringing down the cost of living. It includes dealing with prescription medication costs. It includes addressing the housing crisis and affordable housing crisis in our country. It includes supporting our small businesses, investing in American industries, and strengthening our economy.
Rich, we'll talk later.
What I mean, she was the one who said that she was going to give all this money to black businesses. She put out a statement on her fucking Twitter that she was going to help black businesses, and then and then she went on Charlemagne show, and then she was like, no, yeah, no, I'm going to do all this for the black business, but everybody else too. Like, no, it's that Charlemagne interview that she did. Wow.
Mhm.
Wowie kazowie.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
No, you
Well,
guys
at least
should
for her.
watch the Hermeet Dillon interview that she did with Tucker Carlson. I think it was last week. I liked her. I've always liked Hermeet Dillon. I liked her when she was running as to become the chair of the RNC. Her ideas of how to like move
What
the
is her
RNC
name?
forward was great.
What's her name?
Hermeet. It's Harmeet.
That's
Hermeet Dillon.
hilarious.
Well, she's Indian, of Indian descent, and she was talking about how she has known Kamala since the beginning of her career because they
Yeah.
kind of were like in the same area and doing the same job. It was a great interview, gives you a lot of good insight on how she has gotten to where she is now.
Mhm. I'll have to watch
And
that for
yeah.
sure.
No, I mean, I was watching it last night and I was like, holy shit. Like some of the stuff that was going on. And it makes a lot of sense, which you just see how she talks now and how she talks about different things. It's so true. One thing I wanted to say too, because it actually made me think. So Tommy Lahren was on as a panelist on Jesse Waters' show a month ago,
I haven't heard
maybe
that
3
name in
weeks
a
ago.
while.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really watch Fox News at all. I was staying at my parents' house and they had it on, and she was on Jesse Waters' show, and they were having a discussion about Kamala Harris and how when she speaks about different policy things and it doesn't sound like she knows what she's talking about. But
Mhm.
Tommy brought up a really great point is that when she's talking about things that she does not believe in at all, she doesn't know how to bullshit it. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
Tommy had pointed out when she talks about like the socialist issues and things like that, like she's can be fire about, but that's because of what she believes in. And it is very,
Right.
very true. So
Right.
it reminds me, and I'm sure that this is up in one of the things, if you could pull it up, is Scott Presler had put out a tweet of Kamala Harris at one of her rallies. Someone had said Jesus is Lord,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
she was
pull that up,
quick.
yeah.
She was, and she didn't even think about it, and it was a quick response. She said, "You're at the wrong rally," and it's just like, whoa, hold on a second. Is that first off, is that an appropriate response? 2,
Right.
why was it so quick? And 3, do you listen to the response of the crowd?
Well, that's the thing is like, so this came out what, like a week ago or so, and I was
Mhm.
like I am all the time skeptical of everything. You know, I'm always fucking skeptical of things, and yeah, sometimes I do go off real quick, but like I was skeptical of this, and it says Scoop just spoke with 2 lacrosse university students who were kicked out of the Kamala Harris's Wisconsin rally for saying Jesus is Lord. It's real. It's corroborated. So when it happened, I didn't know if it was real or not because I saw the girl, the one woman who put it up on her TikTok account and said that it happened. And you can't really
Mhm.
hear it from the woman's perspective because she was at like
Right.
the top of it. She was at
Yeah.
the top of this the room, so you couldn't really hear it that well. So you kind of hear it, whatever. But the more and more videos that came out, and this was it. Like, look at how fucking angry this lady is. Like, she literally pushes this dude.
Oh. So that is when she did say that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
she's
she
talking.
goes, I think you meant to go to the smaller rally down the street.
Yeah.
Smaller rally. This is like a fucking. This is a tiny gymnasium. It's
It's a
barely
and a
filled.
YMCA, that's what it is. Ha, get it? Oh, but it wouldn't be.
But it's
Ah, there's a joke within a joke there. I didn't even realize.
but yeah, it's a small fucking gym that's closed off. But yeah, he said Jesus is king. And she was like, "Oh, you're at the wrong rally." And she hasn't walked any of that back. She hasn't said she was sorry about that. This was the original video that
Before
I
I
saw
dive-
that
From
came
the
out.
state to
Oh my
This
god.
is the original video that came out.
Ew, look at that face it's paused
Yeah,
on,
that
too.
stupid bitch look that she already has on her face.
We have so many faces I have to get to.
Meme faces.
So a few weeks ago, I attended the Trump rally here
That is a
in my town.
forehead.
Before I dive into what I'm about to share, here's a peek
V-screen.
at that. Well, today I found out that Kamala Harris was coming to my town, so I decided to go. I wanted to see the differences. Notably, I had to show my ID to get in to see her. But anyway, I was making a video talking actually about how sad I was that the loudest cheering at the rather small event came in support of abortion. When I panned over to the crowd and to her speaking, and I caught something I wasn't expecting. Check it out. Not a lot of energy here, but everyone just cheered and screamed for killing babies. So that was disappointing. Anyway, here she is. Did you hear that? Some guy in the crowd shouted, "Jesus is Lord."
She just happened to catch it.
The
And I was
perfect
like,
time, yeah.
I was like, no way. And this was the original video that everybody was talking about at first.
And Kamala said, "I think you're at the wrong rally." And then she said, "Try the smaller one down the street." Everyone laughed and laughed and cheered, but I was at that rally. There were almost 7,000 people at it. Today they said there were 2,500. Nobody waiting. Open spaces. I wanted everyone who's a believer to hear that for themselves.
Again, we're not going to be gaslighted on this. We remember Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade, and they did as he intended. Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally.
You couldn't really hear him very much on that one.
No.
No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
She's such a cunt.
Yeah,
I can't.
She's such a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Well, what's kind of weird is though, so after she says it, I think she realized what she said and she's like, I either need to lean into it. Or no, she's like, no, I need to lean into it because I said it.
Yeah,
like, I mean, there's nothing I could do. Like, I'm fucked. I gotta lean into it.
Yeah.
But
Like, and I'm waiting for something to come back or somebody to ask her about that and her to be like, I thought he said something about Trump or whatever. Like, I'm waiting for something like that to happen, but I doubt it. I doubt anybody will actually ask her about it. We'll see.
No, nobody's gonna ask her about it. She's not gonna be asked about it. They're just gonna they just walk right through it. But this is where I was saying that, like, this was when she was at Detroit. Like,
of caring about the education of our
She
children,
just
which
sounds
is why we're
tired.
not falling for the other guy trying to get rid of the
Xanax.
Department of Education and Head Start. Because we know what we stand for. We stand for the idea that the true measure of
You're
the strength of a leader is not based on who you beat down,
Right.
it's on who you lift up.
She just sounds tired and beaten down. Like she doesn't sound like she has it.
There's like what she's done now is probably the most amount of like actual work
Yeah.
that she's done in
Mhm.
like fucking years.
Well, and in the Hermit Dillon interview, it's kind of like after watching that and then seeing what she's been doing, it makes a hell of a lot more sense because it's
Right.
like she's been on this kind of like fake it till you make it
Right.
trajectory forever.
Yeah.
She's used people, she's used labels and status and not really working towards it for so long that now, even as vice president, what the hell has she done
Yep.
besides look through binoculars at
Yeah.
South Korea, as she said?
Right.
You know? Like besides that, what has she done really? She's been like kind of hidden for the longest time, and we know why. And she couldn't hide anymore because Joe is just so bad that they're like, all right, you're up, you know?
You're
And
up,
she's
bitch.
just like, I was promised that I could just coast and
Yeah.
coast.
Yeah.
And it's just she can't. And she can't do that anymore.
She
And what's
cannot
funny
at
is
all.
that you can tell that her rallies are smaller than Trump's just by looking at
Absolutely.
it, even though that they're trying to like force this perspective when they're shooting her in the rally. It's just like you can tell that it's in a cramped space, that it's not in a big
Mhm.
space.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But-
I don't know if that's just me or I don't know.
I just I want to ask you, does this sound cultish to you?
Say it with me if you know it. I'm going to sing it. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Hey, that's really good. Okay, let's try something different. That's 3 syllables, right? I've got another word with 3 syllables. It's ka-ma-la. You want to try it? All right, let's go. Bum, bum,
Oh, that's what you get when you're in a room with a bunch of teachers.
Yes!
Jesus
Say it with me if you
Christ.
know it. I'm going to sing it.
Sorry.
But I like
Can't
how
help
it's
myself.
go back home, and then she goes, Kamala's got 3 syllables. Kamala, go back home. They just have no self-awareness about anything. But yeah, I have something to say. Let's try this.
Like, how about no?
I feel the hatred in my heart. I need to let
Yeah.
it go.
I just
Oh, that was terrible.
I don't get it. I don't understand what people see. Once again, it's one of those things, they're using race and gender, which define a woman, as how they do things. You can't tell me you can't tell me that gender is a construct and then say I want the first African American woman as a president, but you can't define what a woman is. Like it makes no sense.
Right.
By the way, I talked to
It doesn't.
I talked to speaking the sticker you
Oh, speaking code, yeah.
yeah, speaking code. I spoke to him today. He's gonna send me.
Yeah.
We were talking. He's gonna send
Hell
me.
yeah.
I was like, hey, when
I
do
got
it-
mine
I'm
today.
like, bro, what the fuck? You've had both of my co-hosts on, and I don't get asked on. He's like, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, we'll figure it out. Y'all,
We have known Drew for 5 years now.
listen,
Yeah, at
Did you
least.
realize that? 5 years.
Mhm.
it's so funny because
Crazy.
listen, I'm the only one. You both keep getting asked to be on other casts, and I don't get asked for shit. They're like, no, hey. I'm like, yeah, come on our podcast. Oh, okay. except for the fucking, except for the Shake and Bake boys. The Shake and Bake boys are fucking awesome. They're
Hell
just always
yes.
like, "Hey, you coming on? Hey, you want to come on? Hey, you want to come
Speaking
on?"
of, we'll probably be on there tonight, doing the if they're going to be
I
on
feel
tonight.
bad giving them my shitty picks.
Or did they do it last night? They may have done it last night.
Well, he sent me the pics,
Yeah.
the things. I got to send them to you guys,
Yeah.
unless you send them to you. But yeah, but
Yeah, I think
Every
Lone
time I
Star
see
sent
them,
them
I'm
to
like, he's in his head, bitch, just pick.
me.
And I'm like,
just fucking pigs up already.
oh my. Oh no, I was gonna say something and I forget, and it was very relevant to what we were talking about, and it was really funny, and it'll come to me.
Play the Seinfeld.
Oh yeah, fucking break.
What are you guys doing for Halloween?
Probably really nothing.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say a segue into who is not awkward on shit is JD Vance.
Oh my god.
We got a little bit of him on Theo Vaughn's podcast. This is at least one little part of it. I have 2 videos, but let's go with this one.
You can't even do cocaine in this country anymore, you know? And don't say it. Don't say that. But I said it.
I have to go from the beginning again.
You can't even do cocaine in this country anymore, you know? And that seems like a crazy thing to say. And don't say that. Don't say that. But I said it.
I said that.
But yeah, but don't say that anymore.
I'm gonna
The last one I went to, some dude selling a fucking boat at one of them.
It's exactly.
And we're like, you can't do. We're trying to get off of drugs, dude. And yeah, and some guys started bidding on the boat. I'm like, and they had made him take it outside. Yeah, because it's outside issues or whatever. Dude, I was in a meeting. Some guy had a fish hook stuck in his freaking cheek, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, yeah.
Man. He'd
But he had 2 weeks clean.
Yeah. He'd either had a really bad night or a really good night. Maybe,
Yeah,
both. Jesus.
Yeah, who knows what happened? God dang, it's just like, all right, dude, catch and release, brother. Catch and release. You probably tried to come across the border. And I only say that because we've had a couple of Border Patrol agents on here, and so we've learned a good bit about it over the years. Okay, United States, Germany, Canada, Japan.
Catch and release, brother.
Switzerland.
I can't say
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Terrible. Yeah, Switzerland.
Heard of that?
Yeah.
Comparable county average.
You're screwing with me.
Austria. Well, I think they misspelled it, dude. There's not that many zits in it.
Weight loss kind of drug.
Oh, it ended up having a black market. There was somebody selling it outside of a Vineyard Vines illegally or something over there outside of Charlottesville.
Outside of Vineyard Vines. That
breaks my heart.
That's the perfect encapsulation.
It breaks my heart. Yeah.
Vineyard Vines selling.
And she was a Kappa Delta. Somebody said she was a Kappa Delta. I don't know if she was or not,
God.
But it's just that kind of stuff. It shakes me to my core,
God.
JD.
Oh, that's dark shit, man.
It
That's
shakes
dark.
me
That's
to
darker than
my
a lot of what goes
core.
on in politics.
I know,
A Kappa Delta selling Ozempic black market outside of Vineyard Vines. I'm gonna have nightmares.
They call it Fozempic.
But I like worry. Okay, so America has a terrible obesity problem.
Mhm.
Okay, and I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling if your doctor tells you to take Ozempic, follow your doctor's advice, not what you're hearing from
Yeah,
me
and
on a
it's shawty
podcast.
thick. I don't mind it a little, you know.
I'm not a big raisin guy.
Yeah.
You like raisins?
Because I like grapes that have been through something. You know, it's just who I am, you know. But so yeah, I guess I do like it, you know.
I guess I like my grapes, nice and clean and
I like grapes of wrath. You know, which are basically raisins. Those are basically raisins.
Skyline is good. Have you ever had Skyline?
Skyline goes straight to the basement. I know that, brother. I'll tell you that, dude. I have had it. I respect it. Okay. I've had it at a wedding.
God.
I've had it at a wedding. She's like the hot John Daly.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, she's like
the hot John Daly.
Yeah.
So John Daly doesn't really do it for you.
John Daly.
He's a good dude though.
Oh no, I like John, man. I definitely. Oh, if you need a ride in an ambulance, hang out with John. You'll get one in a heartbeat. And I'm just joking.
I think it was Tiger
But
Woods.
also, it's true. I've been at 2 places where John's been taken. One time they came in looking for him. He went out there and was sitting in the shotgun.
It's awesome. Everybody in politics has a vice that's much worse than alcoholism, is the way that I put it. But we
release the list.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list.
Oh, that's great.
Dude, fucking Theo Von. Theo Von, I'm sorry, is the modern day Robin Williams. Theo Von is the
pretty much,
modern
yeah.
day Robin Williams because he just goes places you don't think is gonna. You have no idea where Theo Von's Switzer. There's too many Zers in that.
Thing is, there's not
Switzerland?
that many zits in there, or zits, or whatever.
No, my favorite is like I like my grapes that have gone through something.
Yeah. I like grapes of wrath, which I guess are basically raisins.
Oh my god.
He just goes places where you just have no idea. It just comes at you like a fucking swift kick in the nuts. Like where did that come from? And
his mind is like a cartoon. It's like shit that's just going off in a cartoon.
Yeah.
Hold on. Here's another one. He's one of the funniest comedians that have been out or around for a while now.
Oh, Theo Von, yeah. Oh my god.
There you go. Another little portion of it.
I actually think that we're getting a little bit better compared to maybe 10 years ago. People have no idea how much Washington was just completely run by lobbyists. And, you think about like guy on the left like Bernie Sanders, but most importantly, a guy on the right like Donald Trump completely blows the existing system up. And this is, by the way, like what I realized, because I wasn't a Trump guy back in 2016. And obviously, I'm his running mate now. So I really like him. What people don't realize is back in 2016, how much lobbyist money and influence there was that wanted to destroy Donald Trump. They hated the guy because he didn't owe anything to them.
Right.
He didn't come from the existing political process. And if you look at some of the younger guys who have come in, we're much more just open about the fact that lobbyist influence is out there, right? You can't be in DC without running into these people, but you got to be honest with people. Like, I'm not going to let this person write a piece of legislation for me. I'm not going to let this person dictate how I vote. And yeah, I've gotten definitely some criticisms from the lobbyist groups in DC. Some of them will say, well, we don't know if we can trust this guy. And that's fine with me.
I'm glad.
I'm okay.
If
I'm okay
a
with
lobbyist
them
can't trust you,
exactly
fucking good.
Exactly.
You're doing your job.
That's exactly right. That's my
What up, Eddie?
towards it.
They don't know if we can trust you. Who gives a fuck?
Exactly. That's exactly right. But that is how the town works. Is that if you come in and you don't always take their meetings, you don't always do what they want you to, then they'll start whispering about you, and then they can get articles written about you. They can have people say bad shit about you. This is why people call it the corporate media. Is if you pick up a story in the Washington Post and you read it, and here's this anonymous source said this anonymous source said that, there is a 98% chance that the person who's attacking Donald Trump is on the take somehow.
For sure.
Whether it's a lobbyist or whether it's a political
Attacking
consultant,
anyone.
it's all dishonest money laundering bullshit. That's all DC ultimately is people who get paid to offer an opinion instead of having a real opinion. Here's the thing that I think we need to fix structurally about this. So let me give you an example. My Senate staff has probably 40 or so people, and all extremely good people. My staff tends to be a little bit younger because I'm one of the youngest. I'm the second youngest U.S. Senator right now. And, like if I wanted to pay my chief of staff $30,000 more a year than what I pay him right now, I'm not allowed by law. So even though I'm a senator and I was elected to represent the people of Ohio, I'm not allowed to control who I pay and how I pay them. It's all sort of set by law. And here's the bigger issue is that if you think about it, a lot of these big important laws are very complicated, right? They've got 800 pages, 900 pages. And I think the laws should be simpler. But if you've got a 900-page law and you've got a bunch of junior staffers who don't know the town very well and they don't make a whole lot of money, then the people who are writing the laws are not going to be your junior staffers. It's going to be the lobbyists.
I
right?
can't.
I've seen this multiple times with legislation that I've drafted where the lobbyists will actually ask to get into like the draft of the law and make changes for you and say, well, yeah, we'll justify. No.
Yeah.
I want my staff that works for me to write the law.
Can't look at them without thinking.
But
when
I actually
was
think that we need to
a young boy,
empower
my
senators and
father
Congress.
would go to the city to see a marching band. I don't know. 'Cause it looks like he's wearing eyeliner.
He just has.
Aw.
You're just jealous of his
Yeah.
eyelashes, Davey.
Yeah, dude, he has some beautiful eyelashes.
Congressmen to hire who they want, to make a bigger staff if they want. Because if you think about it, the amount of staff a congressman has, a congresswoman has, is a fraction of the federal budget. I mean, we're talking about like a percent of a penny on the federal budget. And so we could actually give people the staff that they need to be able to actually write the laws and to make sure the lobbyists don't have much influence. And you ask, like, who are the lobbyists? Okay. The lobbyists are
We start calling him JD Van Scara.
Told you Vance is great. He's young enough to think logically and well spoken enough to listen.
Mhm.
He's great to go over. Yeah, listen, it was.
He's hold on. He's great to go over the other countries and say, I know
Yeah.
we fucked up. Give us time to fix it. Okay.
Yeah. Vance is very well spoken and good. He'll be good to talk to other people,
Well-
like other countries and representatives and all that.
When I forget who said it, but like I think they were talking to Byron Donald, and we're talking about why Byron Donald wasn't his VP, and
Mhm.
Byron Donald was just like, why would I do that? He's like, I have me and all the people, Ted Cruz and Matt Gaetz, and all these people are doing our job in Congress, so
Right.
we stay here. JD Vance, is an up and comer, and he could potentially be a presidential candidate in the future. So kind of teach him how to do it while we're sitting here fighting for all the things that we're doing, and we're making changes here. And so we're good here. Leave us here. JD is a great speaker, and let him go around and talk about diplomacy in all the other countries. And he's a Marine, so he knows how to speak to these people. So
Right.
so I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. No, that's a good idea. And Rich also said the same thing. Like, he can go to the other countries. Hey, we fucked up. This is what we're gonna do to
Right.
change it. And
And
so
he's very thoughtful in his words and calm. Like he's very
Yeah.
just like
Right.
very just chill. Like he's got a very chill vibe to him.
yeah, well, that was another thing. Like, when he did Theo Vaughn's podcast, there was a bunch of comments. I don't know if I put it in the Telegram, but like everybody was saying, like, I didn't know JD Vance was this cool. Like, I didn't know JD Vance was this
Mhm.
like chill. Like, I was told this and I was wrong about
Thought
him.
he was weird.
Yeah, I was told that he was weird, and he's not weird at all. Like,
No.
and it's no, he's once again.
I
the
like
guy was-
I like the fact that I heard him say like shit and bullshit probably at least like 5 or 6 times in just a couple of clips. I'm like, all right, I like him.
the guy was born in Appalachia, where his
Right.
parents were drug addicts. So he was raised by his grandmother. There's a movie, and he wrote a book about his life and growing up poor. But they want to sit there and tell everybody that he was born with a silver spoon. And it's like, no, like there's a whole fucking
Yeah.
book about his entire life. Go
Right.
read it. There's nothing about him fucking a couch on it, but like,
Listen, it was around the time American Pie came out. People were
Right.
confused, wanted to experiment.
but listen, I mean, JD Vance is probably his favorite place is McDonald's. So his future boss
There you go.
decided that this is where he was going to go. By the way, this is why Donald Trump is the fucking best. Kamala Harris said that she worked at McDonald's. He said, no, she didn't. So he goes, I'm going to go to McDonald's. I'm going to work at McDonald's. And everybody was just like, this is a fucking stunt. No shit.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Like,
No shit. And then there was a big sign that said it was closed from certain hours. It's like, yeah. Do you think the McDonald's is going to be open while the former president of the United States, the now front runner, is going to be there? Do you think it's going to be
Yeah,
open
that almost just got assassinated twice.
twice?
Like he's still trying to do shit to connect with the people.
Yeah.
Like this is old school stuff.
Yeah.
This is what like people used to do when they ran for president and other shit like that. That's why Trump keeps going to all these like other places, donut shops, anything like that. He'll go to these places because this is old school political maneuvering. You're supposed to be out there with the people. Why? Because you're representing the fucking people.
Yeah. By the way, look at the Secret Service agent at the end of this fucking
Yeah.
thing.
That's awesome. I wish that they would have had like a McDonald's apron on him too, or something.
McDonald's apron and an M4.
I'm
And a
sorry.
hairnet.
I'm sorry, sir. You're back in the kitchen. You have to wear it. That'd have been
But
fucking
there was another thing. Trump's pretty fried for a white guy.
Yes.
But not only that, they were like, he's not even wearing a hairnet. When was the last time you went to McDonald's and somebody was wearing a fucking hairnet?
Never.
Yeah.
Later.
Bye.
Later, Eddie.
Thanks for stopping in.
Okay, put that right hang it right up there. Yeah. And then you want to do the salt over here? Yeah. I did these ones.
I'll
already.
be
Let's
right
do
back.
That one right there. So grab that. Get extra salt. Yeah, that's good. Right there. And then we're going to grab the fry soup right here. Right. Put it into there and just give it a swirl. Step up. Okay, there's a little thing. Medium fry part right here. Sides and then bottom. You step up.
Never even touch it, huh?
Okay.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Put it right up here on the fryer.
Can I give it to these guys? Here, take it.
Is it like that's his favorite thing to eat is McDonald's? And he's sitting there going, oh, you never even touch it.
It's like, where's my gold scooper? I was promised a gold scooper and it's silver.
Sides, bottom, and then we're going to hold it like this. So that way we don't squish the fry.
Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. And then grab your fry scoop. Probably get another scoop in there. We'll step back, please.
Wow.
Let's do a little bit more.
We'll do another one.
And then this one, we got to dump it over here. So this one's clear for us, so we can do this first in, first.
I'll grab it. Go here, Mark. I'll have them. She's been with me a long time. She's the only one who can afford to have them.
Now, do you want to keep going with the fries? Or do you want
I
to
think it's good. I think it's good. Now, how about we bag them now?
You made a fat joke.
Jojo, you're an expert at this, huh? Let's go. Thank you.
President Trump. So for our first order that's going out the window, we're going to need 3 medium fries. So would you like to put the medium fries in the bag?
I think so, yeah. So
Right,
we'll do that.
that's great. So we're gonna start
Because
on
you know
this
who's
side.
taking these, right? Mine. Do they ever ask for more salt? Supposing we want some extra salt, can we just go like that?
We will give them salt, thank you.
Watch this stuff. I love salt. Wait a minute, I spilled some. I'm very superstitious. Let's go.
We'll start on this side.
Yeah, fine. Okay, put them in standing up, right?
Correct.
You're an expert at this, huh? How long have you done this? How long have you been?
I've been working with 10 plus.
10 plus. All different jobs. She doing a good job?
Does an excellent job.
She better, right?
Does an excellent
This
job.
is beautiful. Let's go.
All right.
That was hilarious. I love the
How many
fucking salt
were you
over
coming
the
with?
shoulder.
Like 6 you did?
That would be great if they just fell out the bottom.
He's like, it's more
Okay.
salt in the bag.
It's like
He does it like they do at Five
Boy,
Guys,
now I'm
just
gonna see
takes
the-
another
oh, that's
just
your
scoops
cover
it in the-
Wow, it's pretty good. Okay, let's say. You believe this? Look at this guy. He's a MAGA guy all the way.
Okay, so for his first order, yeah.
Well, that's a good looking group. Hello, everybody.
I love the picture of him out the window waving. It's
Right. It's the
great.
whole, hey. I love how it's the border
What-
inspection stopper that had him like.
I like also the picture of like it Biden holding an ice cream cone in a Trump hat and Trump's waving out the window.
Now that would have been funny as all if he would have just grabbed a couple of fries.
I'm allowed to do that, right? Yeah. Let's check and make sure it's everything you said it would be. It's better be. It's going to be the best yet. I made it myself. Thank you, man. Thank you. Have a good time. Have a good time.
Well, it's funny because
It's actually not a bad
see him-
idea.
You see him doing like this type of stuff and like he's getting a lot of shit for it. But like you were saying earlier, like politicians used to do that stuff before because they're for the people. And what's happened is now it's kind of evolved into this thing where these politicians are out there and have the air and the persona of like being
Right.
on like in this high tower that you can't touch them, that they're untouchable. And
Right.
so it's actually refreshing and hilarious to see something like that, and it's very telling the backlash that he's getting.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's good that he should be doing that because yeah, that's old school shit. It's connecting with the people.
Yeah. But that's the thing is like they want to tell you that he's only doing things for his friends who are millionaires and billionaires. But then he goes to McDonald's and makes fries and shit like that. And then they're just like, he's not wearing a hairnet. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if you saw it recent. I think today it came out that a bunch like 10 McDonald's people were getting E. coli. Now all of a sudden, McDonald's is
Yeah.
in the
All
hot
of a
seat,
sudden
like,
it came out the next day. Yeah.
out of fucking
Yeah.
if that doesn't show you that they fucking do this, that the news and the fucking government are out for these people that do things like this. Come
Right.
on now. All of a sudden out of nowhere,
Right.
like we don't know that McDonald's is not good for everybody.
Right.
You know?
Well, but
Right.
also McDonald's did the smart thing and came out with a statement saying that they don't really choose anybody. They're just happy that Trump loves their product and that he represents it, and they were happy that Kamala worked for him. But even though whatever, there's no record.
Yeah,
they're
there's no
not
record of
saying.
it.
Yeah, but they're not saying that she didn't. But they're not trying to look into it. So whatever.
Yeah.
But McDonald's played it smart though. Like they were like, we're just happy for whoever the fuck likes our shit. You know.
Yeah.
Which is true. I mean,
Yeah.
but like, all he did was for the 4 years is tout McDonald's. All they kept
Yeah.
saying was he just went to McDonald's all the time. He bought McDonald's. He bought
Right.
McDonald's.
Yeah, Diet Coke and McDonald's. That's a
Yeah.
motherfucker's diet.
And now he went to work at McDonald's, and they're like, he went to work at McDonald's. It's just a stunt. No fucking shit. Like that's
Yeah.
You guys were making fun of him for so long for that. Like, why wouldn't he do it?
like
Right.
he's not part of the working class people, and it's
Right.
just like so now he's going to the working class people, and you're like, this is just fucking bullshit. It's a stunt. Yeah.
Yeah. Duh.
It's a great company, and they've been very, very nice. And you know, if you look at really what's happening, look at the crowd over there. Look how happy everybody is. They're happy because they want hope. They need hope. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to give this hope.
What does working the fryer tell you about the people of Pennsylvania?
Jesus.
Mr. President, you actually have worked at McDonald's now.
Now I have worked at McDonald's. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
Are you going to put this on your
I
resume?
never worked here.
Why would she lie about something
15 minutes
like that?
more than
Will be put on your resume.
Why would she lie about something?
Why would she lie about
like
that?
Why? Because she's lying, Kamala. That's why.
That's the sound clip they were trying to get. Because she's lying, Kamala. That's why. So all she does is lie. She doesn't tell the truth. All she does is lie. Oh man.
Yeah, I actually like that he went and did that.
Yeah, it's a once again, it's funny. Like when people say that like you're on social media or you have a podcast because you want attention. No shit. If you're not on social media, you don't want attention. You just want to be
Right. Yeah, let
normal.
me make a podcast and do it's zero advertising. Don't do anything. Like barely put it out. Like I'm gonna put it out on the least followed platform, period.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna sit there for years in my own fucking hole and try to go nowhere because you know what? I want zero attention while I'm talking to my own fucking face, the goddamn microphone.
It's like, yeah, you're only doing it for attention. You're running for president for fucking attention. What you have to be part narcissist. Now, I'm not gonna lie. You have to be a bit narcissistic to run for president.
Oh, absolutely. He is narcissistic. Oh,
Yeah.
he definitely is. I think he's gotten a bit more humbled in ways, to be honest, but he's still fairly narcissistic. That absolutely. But I think he's gotten a little bit more humbled in a lot of his like ways and aspects about himself.
Yeah, I really do. I think they're so scared. They are so scared of him winning again. And once again, you put him against Kamala, which it should be a guaranteed win. Not gonna lie, it should be a guaranteed win. But you have to get out there and vote because I don't trust the process at all.
If you give me insult to McDonald's fries, the Geneva Suggestions would have a new convention. I will kill somebody. Them's fighting foods.
I have still yet to get an answer to this question. I have been asking this question ever since 2015, 2016. Why do they hate him so much? Sorry, 2017, because they used to actually like him until,
until he became a Republican and yeah.
Right. Why do they hate him so much? What did he do? As president. What did he do as president to garner this hate? What did he do?
It's not what he did as president. It's because he can't be bought and paid for. That's why. That's why they don't like him. Because he can't be bought and paid for. Just like
You'll never get that answer though.
I know. You won't. But it's true. He can't be bought and paid for, but they want you. They project so much because if you look at everything they've said about him, it's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They know he knows everything about all of them. Look at the dinner that he went to. The Kamala didn't go. The Al Wright dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Al Smith.
The Al Smith dinner.
Yeah.
Look at everything he was saying. He's like, I wrote Chuck Schumer his first check. I gave this person this. I gave that person that. He knows them better than anybody else. So,
one of the main things was also when he went to Davos and he said that America, and I mean, this was back in 2016 when he was still running and he got to go to Davos and he said that America will not be a socialist country. And he was going against all of the special interest shit. That's when it really, really started because they want us to be socialists, whether it's a neo-socialism, like into a different format or whatever, to where because look, China has a capitalist communism type of state. I'm not saying that that we would ever get near that because I think there would be a bloody war before that went down. But I'm just saying,
bloody war.
But they want us to get to a socialistic type of state here more to where it's like giving away more money to other people that don't deserve it, if you want me to be honest. And it's going to be bank ran and centralized and all that. They want that. Well, I mean, Agenda 2030, that's what they really want in ways. And I mean, there's already been shit signed in the US in certain states, which is quite a few of them, to be honest. And that's what they're trying to go for. And then whenever he said that we're not going to be a socialist country, that's when it really did start, to be honest.
Well, funny you should say that. I came across this today and I was so fucking happy I did because I've been looking for this clip forever since it happened.
Like my beloved country, each nation represented in this hall has a cherished history, culture, and heritage that is worth defending and celebrating.
That fucking hair, man.
And which gives us our singular potential and strength. The free world must embrace its national foundations. It must not attempt to erase them or replace them. Looking around, and all over this large, magnificent planet. The truth is plain to see. If you want freedom, take pride in your country. If you want democracy, hold on to your sovereignty. And if you want peace, love your nation.
I want to know who writes his speeches.
Wise leaders always put the good of their own people and their own country first. The future does not belong to globalists. The future belongs to patriots.
Yes.
The future belongs to sovereign and independent nations who protect their citizens, respect their neighbors, and honor the differences that make each country special and unique.
Yes.
That's why.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why.
Wasn't that also whenever he said that Russia shouldn't do what they're doing, or whatever, or Germany shouldn't be doing what they're doing in another country because soon Germany's going to be buying oil from Russia, and they laughed, and then look what
Yes.
happened.
Yep.
Yes. Well, over the weekend I was having a discussion with someone in there, and we're talking about like Ukraine, Russia, and they were talking about how Putin was upset with Ukraine and everything, and NATO, because what got the fight really going is because of the discussion of getting Ukraine into NATO as a NATO country. And I brought up this point, and I really need to understand this question. Why is there a NATO? Why is there all these different like little subgroups and stuff when all of these people are part of the UN?
Right.
It doesn't make sense to me
No,
that
it
there would
doesn't.
be another subgroup of like NATO, and they're like, oh, if you're a part of this group, then we're going to fight you. But then you're all a part of the UN. Russia's in the UN, China's in the UN, and now you got Russia and China and BRICS and stuff, and like it's like they're in the same group pretending to fight out over different things, but wanting the same thing, but trying to do it in
Right.
different ways.
Yep.
Right.
It's bewildering to me. It all
Ben
needs to go.
Stein wrote Ronald Reagan's speeches. Really? That's fucking wild.
That's wild.
Yeah,
I
it
have to look
is.
that up.
That's fucking wild.
That is a fucking
You've got dry eyes, try clear eyes.
yeah, right. That is quite the little fact to know. That's crazy. I did not know that. I'd like to know where Ben Stein stands right now.
Bueller. Yeah, they don't like him because he's a wild card.
Yeah.
Jennifer with the $5 dono. BRICS had their conference recently. Over 100 nations have joined. Yeah,
Damn.
I saw that. It's
Thank you for that $5. Thank you.
It's bad because that's the only thing we have right now is the petrodollar. And once the petrodollar sinks, we're fucked. We're fucked. We don't make anything.
By the way, Ben Stein actually was a speechwriter for also Nixon and Gerald Ford
No shit.
before entering into the entertainment world.
It's part of the Jews. The Jews, Henry, the Jews.
It's always the Jews.
Thank you, Jennifer.
It's just, but I mean, listen, I don't. When people say, it's funny to watch like these social commentaries, like Charlemagne say that Donald Trump doesn't have the black vote and everything like that, but then you watch video after video of this.
Who you voting for? Trump. Come on, bro. Harris does backwards, bro. What? Harris.
Man, we not voting for that, man. We voting for Trump, man.
Why?
Man, we not with none of that, man. Chuck be looking out for the black community, man. We ain't doing nothing, man.
I respect. You all good, my boy.
All right, man.
Yeah. And who you voting for, Trump or Kamala?
Man, Trump. We ain't that Indian ass, man.
Who, Kamala?
Yeah, we ain't.
Why you don't for her?
Because she them immigrants. I'm black. Them Venezuelans taking all our bread. They out here creating gangs. They had gang banging, breaking in abandoned cribs, all type of good shit. We ain't with it.
So you don't like an open border?
Nope. We need that border.
Hey, what are your thoughts on when Trump got
Have a
shot?
great night.
Man, hey, don't try to take my boy out.
Good
Make
night.
America great again.
Hell yeah.
Make America great again.
Hey, Trump or Kamala?
Shit, Trump, to be honest.
Yeah, so why Trump though?
Why Trump? Because shit, we used to get paid and shit like he used to keep immigrants out. So, we was able for us to get jobs. It's hard for us to get jobs now, shit, because immigrants taking over.
So you're not with the Venezuelans?
I ain't gonna lie, they taking our jobs and some more shit. They do it better than us though, but they taking our man.
Hey, he had that fucking.
Is that true?
Yeah, boy.
Who would you vote for?
I'm not gonna vote for now one, but like I said first time, if it's a choice, I'll go with Trump. She ain't no good. I'll put it like that. So whoever wanna believe and go on her, check her history. Y'all turn around here.
I mean, but we can make history.
Man, we could, but it's not gonna be history, bro. That's gonna start World War III soon she get in. And y'all know that y'all trying to act like y'all don't know. It's gonna be World War III when she get in.
Yep.
Best believe that, man.
Trump?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Kamala till it's backwards, bro.
Man, what Kamala, we voting for Trump.
Like, what is your brain backwards,
You know
bro?
damn well we don't Kamala. Trump, you and Kamala.
Come on, bro. I can't even have my opinion. Damn, bro.
Bro, you voting for you, so you with that all them Venezuelans? You with all that goofy?
Yeah.
Nah, ain't no yeah. That's why
You with all that
you.
Damn, bro. I can't even have my opinion on something.
No, not her.
Yeah.
Not her. She bad for the community in the world. I think
Yeah.
vote for Trump, gang.
No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Trump or Harris?
Trump.
Yeah.
Trump.
Oh, Trump?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. I shouldn't even let you shop here.
What you mean?
Trump, bro?
Yeah.
Man, come on, bro. You know it's Harris all the way.
You said who?
It's Harris.
Who the fuck that? Fuck that.
Come on, Kamala.
Man, Kamala on, bro.
Yeah.
Shorty finna bring all the fags out. What you mean?
Come on, bro. What you doing?
Boy, Kamala, boy.
So who the fuck that?
She gonna bring all the fags out. Fuck them all, bro.
That's fucking
Dude,
great.
I love it. I love all the fucking. I mean,
Dude, I hope it's just like a swarm of motherfuckers that never voted for before that just come out and vote for him.
dude, but it's funny because well, it's not funny because they're talking about, and I've seen video after video of this. They're talking about who's going to build your houses, who's going to do all this for all these wages.
Yeah, the American citizens.
But look at the way these fucking houses are being built now.
You'll see all these $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 houses. Well, here's one. There's one. All right. I want to show you what these son bitches are made out of.
No.
You see that? Look at that shit. Hold on. It gets better. Okay. Now, behind all those bricks, right there, there's this. Ain't shit to it. Y'all want y'all's goddamn homes built out of fucking cardboard? 200 G's. 200 G's. You'll see all.
How? How does that pass inspections? Anything?
I've seen video after video, especially on TikTok, because on TikTok they have these like building inspectors. They go around and check the houses and stuff like that. And they just go around and they just be like, nope, this isn't flush, this isn't this, there's no here, there's nothing here, there's nothing, this doesn't go. And then they go, there's nothing back here. It's bad. And we're buying these houses. People are buying these houses for fucking $400,000.
Right.
Where's Homes on Homes when you need them?
Yeah,
y'all remember Homes on Homes?
No, I've never. Who's Homes on Homes?
Oh my God, Mike Holmes. He's Canadian as shit. He's amazing. He wore overalls and everything. All right.
No, I've never.
I watched a lot of HG.
You want to go see the houses today,
eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what like they're like, well, who's gonna build your houses? That, like I when I lived in Topeka, like they were building houses all around us, and they were going up fucking quick. And like literally the house I lived in, if you pushed on the wall, you would put an indent in it.
Mm-mm.
Like it's bad. And they're like, well, who's gonna build your houses? I don't know, somebody fucking better. Like
Somebody that knows what the fuck they're
And
doing.
how is well and why is that even an excuse? So what are you saying? So they're less than?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
So then it's a less than job?
The
Okay.
fucking left are the most. It's funny because they'll call everybody. They'll still bring up the rapists and all this stuff that Donald Trump said when he first was running for president. Yet they'll still go, well, who's going to pick your fruit? Who's going to clean your
Right.
toilets in your hotels? Why are you being that fucking racist? I'm not
Yeah.
being racist. Yes, you are. You just said who's going to pick my fruit? Who's going to do that? Like,
Yeah.
and they even had one guy when Donald Trump was doing a town hall for Univision. And the guy was like, I'm a construction worker, and what if you deport everybody? How and he didn't say it like that. He was like, how are you gonna how are people gonna get their fruits and vegetables and all this? And I'm like, they have you so fucking brainwashed.
Right.
That they
Right?
have you saying who's gonna pick your fucking fruits and
Right.
vegetables?
You're just saying
Well,
you're just saying out loud
Racism.
stereotypes that everybody would be like, that's racist. You're just like, I mean, but like who the fuck's gonna pick your cotton? What are you gonna do with all the
right.
you know?
Well, here's the thing though. It is actually, I have a theory on this. It's a cultural thing. Ready? Because like it is a racist thing too.
Yeah.
Because what had happened after was it like around the 80s and stuff, there was a big push of getting people into white collar jobs, right? You stopped
Yeah.
having all those people out of high school either going into trade jobs and things like that, and it started to be looked down upon if you didn't go right from high school to colleges. So now what has happened is for years we've been given this mentality of and elitism that if you don't go to college, then you're less
Yeah.
than
And
those
that's
types of
bullshit.
people. And it is
Yeah.
bullshit where, as you see like the plumbers and the electricians and construction workers and stuff like that, they actually make a pretty good living. And college isn't for everybody. Like I'm a person, I like to work with my hands. That's just the type of person that I am. I cannot sit at a desk all day. Doing this for more than 2 hours, it drives me bonkers. Like I'm
Right.
like that's why I'm always fidgeting and things like that. So, so what's happened is that this mentality has happened in this country, and that's why when people say things like, oh, who's going to pick this or who's going to build houses and
Right.
things like that, it is very, very demeaning, and like they think it's okay.
Right.
Like,
Well,
you
it's
think
funny
that
how
someone
they
desperate enough isn't going to go out and actually go do a job like that
right.
instead of hooking on MLK?
Right.
Like,
Well,
come
it's
on.
funny how they do come full circle with like, yeah, going from who's gonna pick your cotton with me just making a joke of it, which probably was used back then in Congress to keep slaves to now they're just saying it out loud, like, yeah, who's gonna, clean your fucking toilets and shit and like do all this other stuff, pick your fruits and blah blah
Yeah.
I didn't say I wasn't.
blah.
I'm just throwing it out there. So
But yeah,
yeah, it is crazy. Like when who was it? Kelly Osbourne said
Yeah.
it, and everyone was like, "Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa!" But she was saying the quiet part out loud, and then they're just like, "Oh, well, I guess it's acceptable now."
I guess we might as well just start fucking saying it, you know?
Well, yeah.
Right. I saw a video today.
I'm gonna text my liberal buddy Jose and be like, "Hey, you got any cousins coming over to the country yet, so they can start cleaning up some of these toilets around here?"
Hey, I need some strawberries. You think you and your cousins can grab me some?
Yeah. You think you can go ahead and pick some fruit?
Well, have you seen the video of people in Mexico City
Oh,
who have sent videos out of it's the gentrification of Mexico City, and it's a bunch of Americans who've moved to Mexico, and the Mexicans are pissed off,
I
and they're
bet.
like, the US, you need to do something about this. Get them out of here. And I'm like,
That's funny.
Oh,
Yeah, no. You guys aren't doing shit about
Yeah.
your assholes coming over here.
yeah, because the Americans are going over there and just and they're drug addicts and they're homeless. I'm trying to find the video because I thought I sent it, but
I feel like it was in there.
it was listen. I always like have a fever dream of things that I've sent, but yeah, they're just
it's a lot.
there's
I'll look.
Americans just going over there and just fucking just being drug addicts and homeless, and they're so fucking mad about it. But it's like a video that was a while ago I saw where a guy went around in a traditional Mexican garb, and he went around to Americans and like, is this racist? And they're just like, yeah, it's racist. And then the guy goes down to Mexico and he's like, is this racist? And they're like, no, that's pretty fucking cool. Like, thank you for sharing our culture. And they were just like, and people in America couldn't fucking wrap their head around it. By the fucking way, she can't even put her own fucking spin on things. Happy birthday to the future president. By the way, yes, she did. Yes, the fuck she did.
This is 2016 all over again.
But it's like, with a candidate that's way worse.
And I put she couldn't even and I posted that she couldn't even plagiarize. That's what I put. She even plagiarized her birthday post.
Holy shit.
I hate it here. It's just she's so fucking stupid. By the way, can we talk about how fucking
Oh yeah, that is true. Kinzinger.
Oh yeah,
had a Dick Cheney moment.
We'll
He
get
shot a
to
man.
that. I have that. But can we talk about how the fuck, it's always the rich
What the
kids.
fuck is that?
I'm sending you a few things just so you know.
Can we talk about it's always the fucking rich kids who are the ones who are just
Did
the
he
most
like
depressed.
glue? Did he like glue Kix cereal?
Listen, I thought he was.
fucking.
I thought he was doing like what was that? You know how they do like the Call of Duty games and stuff like that, where they put the balls
Yeah,
on.
the
and-
ball. No,
That's
yeah,
what I
no, that's
thought he
not
was doing.
this. No.
No.
Have you heard about the theory about the pearls when it comes to
No.
the whole Diddy shit?
No.
Oh, no. So there's like
It's
this
conspiracy
whole
whole
other,
time.
It is.
Illuminati confirmed. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, so there's this whole thing that has been going around the internets about when it comes to Diddy and people who he's preyed upon or have decided to be a part of the club, of all these men who started wearing pearl necklaces.
Like Dave Bautista not too long ago.
And LeBron James.
LeBron James, you've got Batista, you've got Justin Bieber, you've got the Smith kid, and you've got all these Usher, you've got all these other celebrities wearing the pearl necklaces and stuff.
Ew, gross.
Made of pearl jam.
But listen to this stupid shit. It's always the rich kids with money that always have the biggest fucking problems.
2024 case study of the long-term effects of young love is really a snapshot of my
The long
mental
wait,
state.
hold on. The long-term effects of what?
Young love.
That's retarded.
The long-term effects of young love.
That's called get a
do
coping
you
mechanism, retard.
I don't know.
Okay, all right, sorry.
But
Continue.
he's sad. Young love is really a snapshot of my mental state currently when it comes to trying to be a human and relate with people in the digital age that we live in. The mental landscapes of people are changing, and the psychology of people is changing. Honestly, I just wanted to make it because I'm sad. And it's my sadness that connects me with my community and my fans. I'm hoping that I can leave enough information behind for psychologists of the future to look back and be like, man, what was really wrong with this guy? Like, there's some serious
Your dad's a
stuff
cuck.
that's
That's
wrong
what's
with
wrong
him.
with
Like,
you.
what
Yeah.
is?
Why is it important to be able to cry?
I just think that you'll just fill up with water if you don't. I think people will just fill up with water and drown from the inside. I think that it's important to
I
cry.
feel
just to-
bad though. He's such a sad little boy.
He has everything handed to him, and he's so sad about it.
Be
I
like, hey,
know. I mean,
like I
it's
just want to
his
go pat him on the
time.
back. Be like, hey, buddy, that physically can't happen. So I don't know what you're talking about, but you'll get over it.
Well, yeah. Well, let me finish this because it's
Okay.
to get water out of your body.
No, that was it.
It's a way to get to cry. Is a way to get water. You
So
can
is
also
peeing.
sweat.
You'll
I
drown
mean,
from the inside out if you don't cry.
Like,
All right,
hey,
listen,
don't
it is
no worries,
sad.
buddy. No worries, buddy. We pee. That takes
These
care of it.
these children did not decide to be born from these parents.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's true. Yeah.
And
Um.
this should be. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but I mean, in all honesty, like, I mean, there's stories out there about from Kim Porter, who used to be Diddy's wife, right?
Yeah.
And about Jada and Will going over to Diddy's house and Will being in bed with Diddy and another dude while Kim and Jada were in bed together. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a normal way to grow up.
By the way,
at
there's
all.
a new sound out from Bad Bunny.
Oh no,
and
I don't want
Diddy.
to hear it.
I don't want to hear it either. I heard it. I heard
Oh,
it.
is that the one that I played and was like, oh,
No, that was
this is a new one?
That was Meek Mill's. There's a new
Oh.
one with him and Bad Bunny, and you just hear Diddy go, let it out, keep cry it out. Yeah, it's bad. It is bad.
Rich said Mama J scared me that night.
This should be part of Kingdom Kingdom, but I can't wait to play it because this is just fucking hilarious.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Thanks for beating me as a child.
No problem, son.
Thanks for beating me as a child. No problem, son.
I mean, these kids nowadays are just fucking so spoiled and so have nothing to really complain about. That's the
Right.
thing is these kids have nothing to fucking complain about, and they're
They
here.
just make up problems. That's a first world problem. Is whenever you have to make up problems.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing, though. They make up problems, and the parents are told not to tell them that they're full of shit.
Yeah.
Their problems.
Listen,
So-
I've been ridiculed for being too fucking honest, and I'm like I'm sorry. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things.
I love that I've already told my kids, like, my daughter just turned 13. My son just turned, well, he'll be 18 in March, but he's 17. And my youngest is 8, so she doesn't understand all that stuff. But I love how I've already told him, like, if you guys ever try to tell me what your pronouns are, I'm going to laugh so hard in your face. Like, I'm going to make so much fun of you.
Well,
like,
that
it's
was
unbelievable.
That was
like, and my kids are like, what? Like, what do you mean? I was like, just you'll hear about it. And they started hearing about that stuff. They're like, okay, yeah, no worries. Like,
So I finally, you know what? Once again, personal story because I don't fucking hold anything back. I had a conversation with Madison about 2 weeks ago, and we haven't talked since. But I finally got out of her why she has this resentment towards me, right? Do you know what the resentment was that she said she was abused about?
What?
What?
That I smacked her in the back of the head when she
Like-
was acting. Yeah. When she was acting up, I gave her up on the back of the head.
There's like so many of us are like, I wish I was all that I got.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. And she was telling me, you had no right to put your hands on me. I was like, you were acting up. What do you want me to do? I didn't beat you. I gave you a little on the back of the head. And she was like, well, you have no right to, like, and I'm like, bro, you have no fucking idea. My mom came in one night. I was watching I still remember this to this day. I was watching the Olympics on low because I like the Olympics, you know, especially back in the day. My mom came, grabbed my hockey stick, beat the fuck out of me with it. And I was in between the bed and the wall. So I was stuck. I was like 12. Yeah, with 90. I was, yeah. It was the 92 Olympics, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was the 90. I was 9. I was 9. She grabbed my hockey stick and beat the fuck out of me with it. And I'm like, because I was watching. My mom used to tell me she would beat the shit out of me when I fell asleep with the TV on while I was sleeping. Right? And I would wake up in the morning.
She's like, I'm just gonna whoop your ass in the middle of the night. Why? Just for future reasons.
And I would wake up in the morning and she'd go, do you remember me beating the shit out of you while you were asleep? And I go, no. And she goes, yeah, you left the TV on. So I slapped you and you didn't wake up. I kept slapping you and you didn't wake up. And I'm like, oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah. It's so fucking weird. And then she was just like, she was telling people she got abused because I bapped her in the back of the head. I'm like, and she's like, you have no right to put your hands on me. You're my fucking child. When you're not acting right, I'm gonna fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's not like, dude, you have no idea. Like, my mom, Dyfus was called on my mom 3 times. There was one time, she hit me so hard in my forehead. The next day I went to school, her engagement ring diamond was imprinted in my head the next day. And I went to the principal's office and somebody goes, hey, what's that on your forehead? I was like, my mom beat me last night because I wasn't acting
my
right.
mom beat me.
And they just like, and they sent me to the principal's office and I went to principal's office and they're just like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I wasn't acting right. So my mom hit me. And they called Dyfus. My mom came in. My mom was my mom's great at crying. My mom cries on demand. I mean, I know where I get that from. But my mom started crying. Like, what do you want me to do? He's just I can't this kid. I can't.
Have you met my child?
Right.
Yeah. And I was just like, I'm like, and for her to just sit there and just be like, well, you hit me in the back of my head. I'm like, bro, you have no fucking idea. You
right.
have no idea what we went through. Like, to just get a pat in the back of the head and just be like, I was abused. And I'm like, dude, you were not abused. You were not fucking.
No, not at all.
But
no.
yeah, dude, it was surreal when she said it because I finally got out of her and I was just like, that is what you're mad at me about? I was like,
does she know any of these stories from you?
Yeah, I've told these stories.
Oh boy.
And that came up at dinner one night with his mom when she was visiting. She blamed his ADHD. She did. Yeah. But when she came here before the baby was born, we were at dinner and we were talking about it. And she's like, well, you had ADHD, so I didn't know how to do it.
No, but in all honesty, though, people didn't know how to deal with kids who had ADHD back then. They didn't even know what it was, really.
No.
Right.
No, which is, listen, I get it. And I
not condoning it, but like,
but yeah, it's like you can't just sit there and once again, it's that whole mentality of these therapists nowadays and I said to Madison, I go, your mother dragged you out of your room by your hair, right? One night because you were acting up, but you're mad at me because I gave you a little on the back of the head every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Had the most dumbfounded face.
Like, that is not abuse.
Yeah, it's not like, but these kids nowadays are just so
soft.
Like, yeah, and they think that any type of discipline is abuse.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's discipline. Like, you
Right.
You have to be disciplined. It can't be. And I saw a video and the other day of gentle. It was like gentle parenting versus strict parenting, and it went from like the parents like, oh, it went from the parents going, "Stop that, stop that, get your fucking foot out of that can."
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, that's like you can't. Gentle parenting is not a thing. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. Like you can try to, but you're gonna raise what Dan Cummins would call an entitled asshole.
Yeah.
He has a whole bit about that shit. So that's what you're gonna raise whenever you're trying to negotiate with little fucking monkey terrorists that don't know what the fuck is going on, which are otherwise known as children. You're not gonna get very far. So why don't you just fucking, you know, check that little candy ass and make sure that they fucking know what's actually going on and what they should be doing.
Listen, you have. I will hold Ryan, right, and I will hold her, and I'll go, and she'll be. I'll go, hey, and she go,
Yeah, yeah.
and I go, calm down.
Well, there's a really good book that y'all should read too. It's by Abigail Schreier called Bad Therapy: Why Kids Aren't Growing Up.
Right.
It's really, really good. It talks about like
It's from
not only
super
the
babying them and like not giving them responsibility.
Yeah.
There's like not even like a right to passage anymore when it comes to like men to their sons, really barely. Like my right to passage
Yeah.
is mainly like me taking my son out hunting and like trying to teach him to shoot and shit like that. Like that's about as close to a rite of fucking passage as we're gonna get anymore. Like when it comes to men and like the way that we're supposed to actually be, and like motherfuckers were accomplishing more than most of us would do by the time we're 30 or 40. By the time they were fucking like 22 back in the day, you know,
Yeah.
like it is fucking ridiculous now. It's so much
Dude,
different.
I was homeless at 22. And if my parents didn't treat me the way they did, and they didn't give me the kind of grow up education that I wouldn't have survived.
Right.
Never mind. Like I wouldn't have fucking been able to live out of my car and go and take a bath in a fucking Sunoco gas station, to get ready for work and get myself to
Fucking
fucking work every day.
fucking dry cleaning. That's what
Yeah. Yeah. Like so like yeah, so okay. So when I was homeless, right? That's how fucked up my parents were. Like I was homeless and living out of my car, and I was going to therapy at the time, and my mom was seeing the same therapist, which was fucking wild. But she came one day, like I was going into therapy and she was leaving therapy, and she brought me like a care package. My mom's care package is the food that's about to expire that they haven't fully eaten. So my mom brought me like a half a thing of Ritz crackers that they didn't finish, or like dinner from 2 nights ago that they didn't finish.
Oh my
She was just
god.
like, "Here you go. I brought you some stuff," or like Pop-Tarts without fucking frosting. It's just like you can't like
Hey, she could have give you nothing.
well, shut the fuck up. Fuck you, because exactly what she said. It's exactly what she said. She's like, well, you know, I brought you something, you know, at least you can't go, you're not gonna go hungry. And I'm just like, fuck you. Fuck
I want to
you.
be like, this is a slightly step up for me picking this out of the fucking garbage, bro. Like,
It's a step up from literally going right there to the fucking shop right and going to the fucking trash and just going, hey, what did they get rid of last night?
yeah, what did
You
this
could have at
restaurant get
least
rid
stayed
of?
outside before they like threw it out in the dumpster in the back.
Right.
Oh, I mean, I will never fucking forget that. She brought me a care package of things
I'm
that
one
were
step away from being a fucking raccoon, Mom. What the fuck?
I never thought of it like that. Yeah. She brought me raccoon food.
Yeah.
Oh But yeah, that's like, dude, you have like was what I mean. Like, you have no fucking idea what it's like to grow up with like kind of fucked up parents, you know?
Oh
And
yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
it's like, yeah, and it's that meme that we just saw. Hey, Dad, thanks for beating me as a child. And it's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
if I didn't get fucking, if
I
I,
had some discipline instilled in me.
yeah. And listen, once again, like my parents didn't think I was gonna last past 18. You know, they
Oh
thought I was
shit.
fucking,
Yeah.
I was destined to just fucking die before that. But no, like I made it and I am where I am now. But like, yeah, these kids are fucking soft nowadays, you know, and it's just it's wild to say that like we actually agree with the Gen Z and the Gen Xers. It's just like, yeah, you see these fucking kids nowadays? Like, thank God I got my ass kicked. Yeah, thank God. Yeah, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just, but yeah, this is what Mama J was talking about before, where now Mexico is getting an influx of Americans.
Mexico's now
yeah.
deporting Americans back to the US because they're fed up. So recently, people in Mexico have been complaining because there's been an increased amount of Americans moving to Mexico without documentation. This has been causing inflation in Mexico since Americans usually don't pay any tax and they pay in US dollars, so prices have been going up. Just in the past 60 days, there's been over 240,000 immigrant apprehensions, and over 7,000 of them have been deported so far. The reason people are fleeing from the US to Mexico is because they can't afford to live in America anymore, and in Mexico, the US dollar has a lot more value and can go a longer way. However, because of this, people in Mexico are also feeling like Americans have been colonizing in a lot of parts of Mexico. And for locals, it's been a struggle since businesses have been naturally raising prices in response to this. People in Mexico are saying this is decreasing the quality of life over there, and everyone using pesos now having to pay more to buy anything. Mexico's now deporting Americans back to.
Gee, does that sound anything like what's happening here?
No. You know, no, because we don't now we don't deport them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only part we're not doing. We're getting the inflation and all that other shit though.
La CDMX ya está muy gentrificada, ya tenemos vagos gringos.
I know the gringos. I know what that is.
CDMX ya está gentrificada, ya tenemos vagos gringos.
Talk something about the gentrification Mexico of the gringos. Of the
Yeah,
white
there's
people.
basically la CDMX ya está muy gentrification y like todos.
The city of Mexico, Mexico City, is being gentrified by
all the
vagrant. Yes, something like that.
But yeah, I mean, because they don't pay taxes over there, they just go over there and you know, they're gentrifying the whole place. But you know, it's okay. It's okay when they come here. But
it's kind of funny though. It's homeless gentrification.
You know, well,
It's not even like
but
it's
what
not
they were
even like
saying-
rich people moving in and shit.
But there are that and they're not really even rich people. They're just like average Americans going over there, and because their money can be stretched more, what's happening is that like prices, like the guy was saying, are increasing over there, and everyone's getting pissed off. But what's funny is that it's kind of like the opposite is happening over here. It's just like
Yeah. Yep.
it's not really the opposite. Like but I don't remember what I was going to say. They got it better coming over here than we do going down there.
No, absolutely. But then them coming up here and like not even getting anywhere near trying to learn our language and like just straight up committing crimes and everything. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find that. Did I put it in the thing? The Dick Cheney, JD Vance or Dick Cheney thing?
What?
Yes, you did.
Where is it?
What you talking about, Willis?
I don't know, bro. You put so much stuff in here.
Sorry. The
no, it's not a bad thing.
The whatchamacallit? Shit. The other guy the guy that's running against Josh Hawley. with the Adam
Yes, and
Kinzinger thing. Oh my God, yeah. Here's part of it.
Oh, okay.
This is who they say the Republican.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
What the fuck?
Yeah, shooting directly over a thing of tannerite. Because
Yeah.
that's
With
what you
the
want to do.
Scope backwards.
Is the scope actually backwards?
Yes.
Hold on, go to the last one where it was zoomed in. Because I still want to know if it actually was. Go to the Sarah Fields picture. Yeah. I think it is. Yeah, it might be. That would be fucked up. Now, if we see him shoot it again later, and it's the other way around, or if they have another picture.
But not only that, so
There you go. I put it in the private chat. Oh, if you don't have it.
got it. So then, Democrat Lucas Kuntz.
Yeah, and those fucking targets are like 7 yards away that you're shooting at. They're steel targets, you fucking retards.
A reporter during a photo op today with Adam Kinzinger. This is the guy running against Josh Hawley. Shooting a reporter will be the big story. But look at Adam. He's using a scope meant for 100 to 400 yards to shoot a target that's 15 feet away. Thankfully, only a campaign got killed today. Democrats need to stop cosplaying with guns because it's
Dude,
getting
could you
embarrassing.
imagine, like, okay, that target, like, it looks like, probably, okay, now if you're looking at that from that far away, it's probably like a good, like, from your distance, a good 6 inches across by, like, maybe 10 high or so. Now you put that scope on there, that bitch is like, like you're directly on the center of that thing.
So the guy,
what the fuck are you doing, dude?
The guy is a veteran, right? Look at the way he's holding that rifle.
Yeah, like a fucking retard.
Look at the way.
Is his hand on the clip?
No, his hand.
Or is it-
Well,
no,
no,
okay,
his hand is
okay.
on the forward grip. But look at how high it is.
Yeah, he's
like it's supposed to be. The butt of it is supposed to be all on your shoulder, and he's holding it like a retard. He's holding it like a retard, and then it came back and shot the fucking reporter.
Don't shoot your eye out, kid.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You'll shoot your eye out.
It's so fucking stupid. They're so fucking dumb. I don't know if it was backwards. I think that's what it was. It was fucking literally for a fucking 100 to 400 foot.
Yeah, and you guys are 7 yards away.
And it's like right there.
Like, holy shit, man.
Like, why? I
You're
don't.
trying to see inside of that target. The fuck.
But yeah, they shot a reporter. The guy shot her like how do you?
Did he make the reporter apologize?
I think he did. But yeah, he was standing they were standing so close.
He's like, I'm sorry I was in the way of your Shrapnel coming off of that steel target that you shot at 7 yards away. I shouldn't have been standing anywhere near this area that you were shooting at a steel target 7 yards away.
Oh man. Your favorite boom, boom, boom. Your favorite person is just your favorite personing again.
Oh Jesus.
What did the president mean when he said last night about Donald Trump, we got to walk and talk?
So look, the president spoke about this
Blinky
very clearly as well in his statement, and he said he meant lock him out politically, lock him out. That's what he said, and that's what we have to do. That was the part of his quote that he said last night while he was in New Hampshire. Look, let's not forget, this is a president that has never shied away from being very clear and laying down what is at stake in this election. I'm going to be really mindful and not speaking about 2024 election. That's just less than 2 weeks away. But this is just speaking to what the president said last night. He made very clear yesterday that he was referring to defeating Donald Trump. That is what he was talking about. He said politically lock him out. That is what he was referring to.
Well, he first said twice, lock him up. So you're
And
saying
then-
when he said lock him up, he meant to.
Well, it's not what I'm saying. It's what he said. He said to the what? Wait, he
shoulders were any higher?
He clarified himself. He wanted to make sure that things were
Up
put
here.
into context. He wanted to make sure that while not just New Hampshire folks that were there were going to see it, but also the Americans who are watching and pay attention to what the president is saying. He wanted to put it into context, and he himself. This is not me. This is the president himself going back to explain to say that he was talking about politically.
Why don't you fucking retard? Just learn how to fucking talk and say what you mean.
Well, because the president's got fucking dementia.
wait.
And the president did lock him up twice, and then he went,
Yeah.
"Oh no, I didn't mean lock him up. I meant lock him out."
It's like, oh no, wait, you guys do say it all the time, and then you have to cover it up and then
Yeah.
fucking pretend like that's not what you were trying to say.
He's old, and now I hate the media is now all of a sudden Joe Biden was the epitome of a president. He was the best president in the world, best thing that ever happened since sliced bread, the most with it, the most fucking sane president in the world. Donald Trump's going to be 81 when he's president. He's not physically fit. Donald
Of
Trump
course.
needs to take a cognitive test. All of a sudden, everybody became a doctor again. Because now everybody's calling for Donald Trump to have a cognitive test, and they want to see his doctor results.
But yet he just went and for how many hours chilled at McDonald's one day with a bunch of fucking like teenagers and shit. And you're gonna say that he's not with it? Like he can't get the fuck out of here.
Well, they keep trying to get him on gotcha moments. Like, didn't you see what he said yesterday? He was just he made incoherent babbling statements, and it's like,
Yeah, I don't think he did.
I don't know, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. And once again, they're going with the whole thing that Donald Trump is going to is going to screw the economy, and it's going to be all bad and nothing's going to be good. But yeah, it's fucking stupid. It is stupid. Hold on.
Speaking of stupid, oh, go ahead.
There's going to be lawfare all over the place.
Absolutely. They're going to come for you.
Do you really think so, David?
Yeah, I do. I mean,
You don't
look, I'm
think
definitely not at the
Kamala
top of the
will-
list. Elon's at the top of the list, right?
Yeah,
so
he's
he has
my
no
concern.
he has no choice but to go all in. They're already doing lawfare against him. But I
ridiculous,
think the point is just that if they're not defeated, they're going to keep doing it because there's no downside for it.
Mm-hmm.
I will comment on the California Coastal Commission ruling that was based on Elon's political tweets, which is why they stopped additional launches out of Vandenberg.
What?
First of all, how
They
the
said that
California
out
Coastal
loud?
Commission has
insane.
authority.
That's crazy.
They stopped it because of his political tweets.
Jesus Lord.
That's fucking
Over-
ridiculous.
Vandenberg and the operations, it just seems to me like there's something wrong. But as of now, they have the ability to block launches out of Vandenberg, which they did. And in their decision,
Santa
they said it
Barbara.
was because of Elon's political tweets.
I think it would be helpful to clarify for the record
progress,
what
right?
the commission.
Huh?
But they're the party of progress.
Yeah, we're the party of progress as long as you agree with us.
Yeah, as long as you
motherfucker.
progress with what we say.
Yeah.
Power is here today in the form of a federal consistency determination.
The commission doesn't have unilateral authority to just deny this and stop it from happening.
But to bring in his political tweets to make a decision about the progress of SpaceX and allow public space to be used to further that cause and further that activity seems to me abhorrent, and it's ridiculous. And it's exactly what's wrong with the bureaucratic morass that a lot of these institutions have grown into.
She said the quiet part out loud. So
Yeah.
in a way, she does a favor, which is she acknowledged that all of this lawfare against SpaceX and Elon is political. She basically pleaded guilty to it. Look, she's proud of it because she doesn't think there's anything wrong with it. She thinks this is her job.
Yep.
As a bureaucrat, she's supposed to punish people who tweet things that you're not supposed to say. That basically is what it comes down to. And
that's
I
become
mean,
the
this is the
norm
truth about
since
lawfare. They're using
2016.
the agencies.
Well, it's a funny thing that you say that is because I was listening to Tim Pool, which that's another fucking rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Oh
Boy.
yeah, I know.
But he made sense of, you have these kids as of 10 years ago where they were doing these algorithms where the top of the algorithm would be police brutality, police brutality, police brutality, and they would be getting the most plays and the most most traffic. So that's what you were seeing was a lot of police brutality and all this stuff. So you have kids who were 8, 9, 10 now coming up 10 years ago and are now 18, 19, 20 and who think that police are killing minorities at
right.
this
In
astonishing
the
rate.
millions.
By the
Yeah.
thousands and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and
Yeah.
you have these politicians saying the same things. So these kids are now growing up thinking that cops are killing minorities in these millions and thousands of millions and everything like that. And now these kids who are seeing this on their algorithm are now growing up to be bureaucrats themselves. So now they're putting that stuff into what they
Right.
feel is what is going on when statistically it's not what's going on. I mean, look what happened with the crime statistics. They just came out and was like, we might have got it wrong.
Right.
We might have fucked up.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, it happened after Obama. Anything before Obama never happened. Anything before Obama, nothing ever fucking happened.
The
you know?
Mayans got it right. No,
But-
that's when the world ended.
Yeah, 2012, it was done.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, like, so you have these kids now growing up thinking that all this stuff that they've seen since they were kids is true, and you try to bring facts into it, and they're just like, no, I've seen it. I've seen video after video of cops brutalizing minorities, and it's just, so now they're going after people for disagreeing. Like Elon Musk is now giving
Yeah.
so you can have Joe Biden forgive student loan debt, even though the Supreme Court said he's not allowed to do it. But then you have people going after Elon Musk for giving away $1 million for signing a petition.
Right. To get
And
people to
that's not right.
fucking get other people to sign up to vote
Mhm.
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's wrong for Elon Musk to give away $1 million of his own money.
Right.
But Joe Biden giving away our money to forgive student debt, even though the Supreme Court said he wasn't allowed to. I mean, come on.
Right. But he's president. Elon isn't real.
Yeah, it's
And how do they know
yeah.
if the people who actually go in there are actually going to vote the way that
Well, yeah.
he wants
Well,
them to?
that's what Whoopi said on The View, or yeah, she's like, yeah, go get that money and then vote for Kamala. I mean, you could, but I doubt it. I doubt if you're going to a
Yeah.
fucking Trump rally, you're going there because those people are fucking out for blood and they're fucking weird. And I've seen video after video of people getting denied going to Kamala rallies and who, with Trump stuff on or just like,
Right.
just they don't think you're for Kamala, so they'll turn you away. So it's just it's fucking weird.
Rich said it's a contract. You make the pledge. It's a contract. Okay, but like you can't break a contract. Like I'm just saying.
I pee a lot. Time out. The money is already given to the schools for giving the debt. More the money, and no way government owes all the public students. It's like if I lend you 40, then
Then what? I
Later
gotta
say,
know.
nah, it's fine. I don't go get the 40 from somewhere else.
What?
No. Okay. So it says, all right, time. All right. The money was already given to the schools. Forgiving
Yeah,
the
it does
debt
print more
doesn't
money
print more
because it's going to
money.
go on us.
As of 2008, the government owns all the public school student loan debts. It's like if I lend you $40, then the later say, nah, it's fine. I don't get to go that $40 from
Yeah, I don't
somewhere.
think it already did go, Burr.
No, but the thing is, it's still our money
Yeah.
that they're that
Yeah,
they're
and
like,
also,
it's still our
yeah,
money.
and if the schools have it, I also don't give a flying fuck because I don't think that anybody should have anything forgiven that you knew what the fuck you were signing up for.
Personal responsibility. How many fucking times do I have to say this on the show? Like, since we
No.
started,
What-
it's like, hello, the mommy and daddy are not the government. They're not gonna
And if you
save
didn't know what you were
you.
signing up for, that's your parents' fault or your school's fault.
That's your parents' fault for
And
not
no,
teaching
it's
you.
your fault because at that time you're 18. You can't be an adult and pretend and like want to be treated like an adult and do adult things and then feign that you don't know any better. I'm over it. I'm
Yeah.
over the pussification of this fucking country and these
By the
fucking
way-
kids. I'm over it. Personal responsibility. Jesus Christ, I can't anymore.
We're gonna have
I'm
him
done.
on
I'm
soon. 'Cause
tired.
That's IPA. That's one of the wrong show people. We're gonna have him on soon.
Sweet. I can't
Hell
wait.
yeah.
All right, kids. Well,
Yes.
it's time for me to fucking take my nap.
It's that for some reason that just like it makes I guarantee somebody probably spells it that way and it's just like it makes sense to people. Or personal responsibility.
Or personal
Yeah.
responsibility. Yes, you could argue the principle. You took the loan, you pay it back, but it's not costing us any more money. The money already has been spent.
Yeah, but that's it, then it just teaches you to never have responsibility, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to learn responsibility and discipline. Because that's the fucking American way. No,
Listen, not
it's
only that,
just the right way.
Not only that, fuck them kids because I had to pay back my fucking student loan. So fuck them.
Yeah.
I got to do it. You got to do it. Eat my fucking cornhole.
Listen,
On that
we
note,
got beat. They didn't. We had to pay our debts. They didn't.
dude, I'm so I'm so sick and tired. When we were growing up, it was you'll understand when you're adult. You'll get to when you have kids, you could do this to your kids.
Yeah,
When you have kids,
right.
you could, and then all of a sudden we have kids, and all of a sudden it's like, well, no, you have
No,
to listen
you
to
know,
your
you don't
kids.
ever have to like be a responsible adult because I'm gonna fucking give you a fucking participation trophy and treat you like you did the same shit that every fucking body else did. Even though, guess what? You didn't do a fucking thing. You were that fucking guy straight from that show from Netflix that you shouldn't be here. That guess what? I didn't do a fucking thing. That's you. That's you all the time, and you're still gonna get fucking hugs and kisses and trophies. And I'm gonna make you think that everything's okay, and everyone's gonna fucking pat your ass the rest of your life. Get fucked with that.
Yeah. We are in an age. Our generation is like that fucking is like the redheaded stepchild. Is because no matter what we do when we were kids or we're adults, we're getting fucking yelled at for no reason. And it's fucking
Right, I hear you. Again, I don't disagree with the principle of the matter, but it's not going to cause any further inflation. Yeah, I mean technically, but that money gets repaid to the Department of Education. Yeah, which
fuck them kids. I had to pay my fucking loans back. You pay your fucking loans back. Sorry, you got fucking their predatory loans. Hey, that's what
yeah,
happens with everything.
exactly. Then you would have to hold the belief that the Department of Education actually does something useful. Yeah, which they don't.
Yeah, they do. Actually, they do. They're very, very good
indoctrinate
of
the shit out of all of our
of
kids.
indoctrinating your children and
Yes.
printing out little government bots
Yes,
that
exactly.
don't know how to think for themselves.
Trump actually said today that he was going to give money to home. You're going to get a $10,000 credit for homeschooling your kids. He's for.
That's actually dope.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
You're gonna have
Nice.
school choice, and if you want to homeschool your kids, he's gonna give you a $10,000 credit to homeschool your kids, which is fucking awesome. This is why they don't, because he thinks outside the box, and they don't want that. They want you to fucking Take your kids, send them to school, send them to college, so that way they can just indoctrinate your children for the rest of your
Mhm.
life, for the rest of their lives, and just make them good little fucking taxpayers.
Well, and on that note, don't be doing that. Try to keep your kids at home and homeschool them and all that jazz. And I think we're gonna be out of here now. Anything you guys want to plug real quick?
Off label, I'm gonna be there tomorrow.
Yep.
I fucking slept through yesterday's episode. I'm sorry, Rich. My bad. Yeah.
Rich is like, I hate you.
He had Jennifer on to help him. So
And
yeah,
be here on Friday.
Yeah,
Same
we're
bad
gonna-
time, same bad channel.
we're gonna
we're gonna
do-
be doing Rogan is gonna be having Trump on, so we're gonna be here listening to that.
And then on Mondays at a Monday and Wednesday at 11 a.m., me and Haley will be live with Pretty Antisocial. On Monday, we're going over the Sarah Boone trial. She put her significant other in a suitcase and she's like, did I do that? So we'll be going over that. And on Wednesday, we're going over some other court cases that are going on when it comes to like the Nick Rekieta stuff and some people who have their court dates next week. So
Right on.
yeah.
Hell yes. All right. Well, we are out. Hope you guys have a great night, and we will see you all later. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Later.
Bye.